Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Teaching English to Kids, a journey of fun learning. I'm your host, Paola Pando. Imagine a classroom where instead of one teacher trying to meet 25 different learning needs at once, small groups of children are deeply engaged in different tasks. One group is listening to a story with headphones, for example. Another is building sentences with word cards. And a third group is playing a vocabulary game. The teacher is not at the front, but is sitting with a small group providing target support. This isn't a dream. It's the reality of a classroom using learning centers. So today, we are diving deep into this transformative teaching strategy. We will define what learning centers truly are, explore the robust research that backs them up, and provide a clear step-by-step guide to creating your own effective language centers for sustainable and differentiated practice. So, let's start with a clear definition. Learning centers, also known as stations or workstations, are designated areas within a classroom where students work, typically in a small group, on activities designed to reinforce, extend, or introduce some language skills, in our case. But they are much more than just activity spots. A true learning center is characterized by three key elements. So listen to them carefully. Number one, a clear focus. Each center is designed around a specific learning objective or skill, such as learning comprehension, vocabulary, applications, for example, or phonics. Number two, differentiation. The activities within a center are often tiered or open-ended, allowing students of different proficiency levels to engage with the content in a way that is both challenging and achievable. This is the practical application of universal design for learning that we discussed in episode 9. Remember that? And number three, the third characteristic of learning centers is a student's autonomy. Centers are designed to be as self-directing as possible. With clear instructions and familiar routines, students can manage their own learning, which frees you, the teacher, to act as a facilitator in this case. In essence, learning centers shift the classroom from a teacher-centered model to a student-centered ecosystem. That is something that we have employ in our podcast from the very beginning. This model isn't just a trendy idea. It's grounded in decades of educational and cognitive science research. Let's start from the classics. First, we look to the work of Vygotsky and his concept of the zone of proximal development. Vygotsky defined this zone as the space between what a learner can do independently and what they can achieve with guidance. Learning centers are the perfect environment for this. During independent center work, students practice what they know. But when you, as a teacher, pull a small group to your teacher center, you are providing that crucial guided support with their zone, scaffolding their learning to the next level. That's number two, the first one. The second one, center applies perfectly well with what we know about the brain and memory. The spaced repetition and varied practice that occur naturally as the students rotate through different centers, for example, engaging with the same vocabulary or structured through listening, speaking, reading, and writing, strengthen neural pathway far more effectively than a single mass practice session. Research by cognitive scientists like Robert Bjork on desirable difficulties shows that this kind of interleave and varied practice lead to long-term retention. Finally, in this topic, centers support social emotional learning. They provide natural opportunities for collaboration, turn-taking, and peer-to-peer teaching, which builds a supportive classroom community and reduces the anxiety we've talked about in previous episodes. That is so important for language acquisition. So the affective filter. Remember that. Okay, let's move from theory to a detailed blueprint. Here are 4 foundational centers for the language classroom, complete with their research, rational, and specific activity ideas. So, center number 1, the listening and technology station. Of course, if you have enough technology. What is the research rationale? This type of center directly provides comprehensible input, something that we have mentioned from Stephen Krashen, and builds phonological awareness. A quiet corner with a table, computer, headphones, and a response sheet provides the right input we need for language acquisition. So, as a sample activity, we can use, for example, story sequencing. Students listen to a familiar story, something that they have read and listened to before, and have to put pictures cards in the correct order. For differentiation, for example, higher level students could write a sentence under each picture. We have discussed this in previous episodes. That's if you have different level of students, you can give them different type of tasks. What is your teacher in this kind of center? Pre-teach the routine and ensure the technology works well. That's very important. Second center, the word work and phonics station. So this kind of center builds orthographic mapping. So the process of forming letter sounds connections to store words in long-term memory. That is the objective. See? What do you have to, what you need? A table with manipulatives. For example, magnetic letters, letter tiles, whiteboards, picture cards, paper and pen. See, very simple. What is a sample activity in this kind of center? Word family sort. So students have a set of pictures, cards, animals, cat, bat, rat, dog, log, something like that. See, you must sort them onto mats for the at and og word families in this case. Then they use magnetic letters to build the words. Your role in this case is to create tired word lists. Some students work with CVC words, while others tackle blends, like frog, for example. See, I think we are going to discuss in a whole episode of phonics. That's very important. And when you teach young learners, so the first grade, second grade, you have to work with phonics a great deal. So that is Center 2. The first one, let's review listening and technology station. If you have technology in the classroom. Center 2, word work and phonics station. So creating words, connecting CVC words or tackle blends, etc. And the third center, the reading and comprehension corner. So this center develops literacy skills and promotes the inductive discovery of grammar and patterns we championed in episode 10. What do you need? A comfortable space with theme-based books, magnifying glasses like word detectives, and graphic organizers, for example. A sample activity in this case, using this kind of resources can be pattern hunt. After reading a big book together as a class, the students go to this center with a copy of the book and a hunt worksheet. So the worksheet might ask, find 3 words that end with S sound, for example. Why do they have an S? Or find and write 2 sentences with the word end from the story, of course. See? To select, what is your role in this case? To select rich, repetitive text and design through provoking hand prompts. This is just an idea because actually in this corner, the reading one, you can ask the students to do many different type of tasks for reading comprehension. See, sequencing, remember completing words, creating a new ending, completing sentences from the text, etc., etc. Good. What is a fourth center? The writing and creation station. So this type of center encourages comprehensible output, see, and allows for creative language use. Maybe this is for more advanced students. So, for example, a kind of a sample activity, you have story puppets. After listening to a story at the listening station, students come here to create stick puppets of the characters. Then they write 1 or 2 sentences for a puppet show script. See? I always mention the caterpillar. So it's, I'm the caterpillar, I'm hungry. See? So they can start writing simple sentences to create a script from the story they have listened or read before. What is your role in this center? To provide models and sentence frames. See, because sometimes they are not able to create the sentence on their own. So you can show prompts. I see, I am, see, to scaffold writing for different levels. See, in this case, you have 3 different centers ideas. What about the implementation? The success of center lives and dies with logistics. Here's how to make it run smoothly. So number 1, foundations. You have to teach the routine. Don't assume students know how to do in each center. Dedicate the first week to teaching the routines. See, model how to use each center, how to talk with a partner, how to clean up, and how to respond to the rotation signal. See, in this case, you have to practice. Maybe the first week or the second week, you can just practice a little bit and not to provide the whole centers and the time to do some activities in those centers, just to train them in this model. Number 2, grouping. Keep it fluid. See, use flexible data-driven grouping. You might have a group working on letter sounds while another works on side words. These groups should change frequently based on your ongoing observations, see, because they are doing different things. What about number 3, rotation? But please keep it simple. Use a simple visual system. A pocket chart with group names and center icons works perfectly well. A timer is possible. 12 or 15 minutes per center, depends on the activities you have planned. Maintains pace and ensures coverage in general terms. No more than 15 minutes, actually. 4, the teacher's pivotal role. So you are a facilitator. Don't forget that. Your role transforms a student's learning. You are no longer the stage manager of a whole group play. You are a coach, moving between teams, helping them, supporting them, and doing just the activity as a facilitator. This is your chance to conduct a mini lesson with a small group at the teacher table. For example, if you see that they need an extra support. Observe and collect formative assessment data. Remember that in this case in this type of activities, they show many different behavior. They are showing language skills. They are showing you what they are able to do finally. And very important, provide immediate feedback. Okay, implemental learning center is an investment. It requires upfront planning and routine building, but the return is immense. A self-managed, differentiated, and deeply engaging learning environment where you are free to teach more effectively than ever before. Okay, next week, you know that I'm always planning this podcast every week, but I think maybe we can work on something connected to phonics, as I told you before, because phonics is important. You know, that is this kind of awareness projects then in reading comprehension skills. So that's you need to know well how to implement these phonics classes in your rooms. But also something that I have mentioned before, but we haven't discussed deeply, that is the way of you ask questions with your students, the art of questioning. See? Because that's important. But as usual, guys, if you are planning your centers, share your ideas with us on your social media, on the podcast webpage, or you can find me in LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook by my name, Paola Pando. Remember, a center-based classroom isn't a chaotic free-for-all. It's a thoughtfully orchestrated environment where differentiated, purposeful learning is the constant rhythm of the day. So as usual, if you have noticed that this is a very valuable information, please share with your community and continue listening to this podcast. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope to see you next week. Bye, everyone.